You guys, it's been such a long time since I sat down in front of this camera, and I know you've probably seen me post content, but it's been like filmed in advance, so I haven't really like sat down here and filmed anything for you guys. And if you haven't seen my last wash day, go check that out, because I did use the new Sacred Protection collection to show you how it worked on like a protective style. So I did a braids refresh where I took out some of the braids and I used this whole line and then I put them back in and showed you like my first initial thoughts. And even though it's called the Protection collection, I wanted to do this wash day going into silk press season, because a lot of these products I feel like are great for any type of hairstyle. As you can see, I've already taken down one side of my braids, and I wanted to show you guys the amount of fallout I had from this one side, because I'm going to start off by using the detangling spray. And this line in general is designed to help you retain your hair and not have so much of this. So this is my ball of fallout. We're going to compare how much fallout I had from this side when I just took my hair out, did not use any product, and on this side I'm going to take them out and use the detangling spray. Okay, so I'm using these Sacred products, which you guys have already seen a full breakdown of them in my last wash day. Look at how I just chopped this braid up. Do you see that? I cut into the braid on accident. I posted this on TikTok. It got 1 million views. So crazy. I just wasn't paying attention. Well, the thing is, I was paying attention. I was looking at it the whole time, and the braid is literally hanging by a thread, and I did not realize it until like way later after the fact. I'm taking out a braid that your braid is chopped in half right here, girl. I don't know. I have these shears linked down below because they are really good quality. I needed some new ones because my old ones were very dull, and I was reading up about them. It's like dull shears will create more damage, whatnot. So I was like, it's time to invest in some new ones. But you know, you got to be careful with these. Just FYI, be careful if you get them. I was trying to figure out if I was going to get bangs, and now I'm forced. Babes, I'm not, what the am I the only one that like when you braid, like your face gets so oily and shiny? Anyways, I had Winnie in here helping me. So remember, this was all the hair that came out of this side of my head, okay? This is the balls. Squish it up. This is the ball of hair, okay? No tricks, no gimmicks, no games. This is the ball of hair. This is the hair that came out of this side. Squished up and everything, same way as this one. It's just less hair. Like, I don't know how. And it's not that this one is like tightly bound or anything, like, it's just less hair. Just less hair out of this side of my head and this side. And the only difference is I didn't use any product to take this side down, and on this side I sprayed my scalp with the scalp refreshing spray, which I don't think this is really doing anything for the fallout, but this, the detangling spray, it is helping to alleviate like you pulling and tugging. It adds like slip to your hair so you're not snatching hair out. Thanks, air, for going off. And for everybody that asks, yes, I do wash out my sink before I wash my hair in it. I think that's crazy. Somebody asked me like, do you wash it? Absolutely, that's nasty. I usually have the liquid barkeeper's friend, but I don't have anymore right now. What is that? Oh, okay. Liquid barkeeper's friend, but I don't have anymore. So I'm just using some Comet. Honestly, anything with a little bit of bleach doesn't bother me. And then I'm using this Trader Joe's all-purpose disinfectant. And I'm not using the same sponge I wash my dishes with. I think that's kind of nasty. That's just my opinion. Do what you want. I spray this down first, just everywhere, especially right here because my head like lays right here. Then I'll just a little bit of Comet. You don't really need a lot of Comet. I don't even want to hear anything about what's in it. I don't care. I like the clean. So I rinsed all that product out of my hair, the scalp refreshing spray and the detox or the detangling spray. This is what my hair is looking like. I'm gonna have a relaxer update, or at this point I should just call it a hair update because there's not much relaxer left. And then I'm going in with the oil ritual. Now this time I'm gonna use it as a hot oil treatment. The last time y'all saw me use it, it was as like as room temperature, you know, type of thing. Don't get it in your eye, but if you do, it didn't bother my eye at all, which I was surprised by. So I just like saturate my scalp and my hair with the oil. And then listen, I saw a lot of like wrong information being shared online, and I'm telling you this straight from the Sacred team. Do not put this bottle in the microwave. Don't warm up this bottle at all. People were saying like, oh, you can put the bottle in warm water. They don't want you to heat up oil and then let it cool down and then use that oil again. So if you do want to like put it in a bottle, put it in a separate bottle and put that bottle in the hot water or whatever. Or you can do like I'm doing and just put it on your hair, put a cap on and sit under a hooded dryer. But they don't want you to heat up the bottle that it comes in or the oil and reuse it. Okay? I'm just letting you know that's coming straight from the horse's mouth. See what I did there? Anyway, so I sat in here for like 10-15 minutes with this on my head. It just helps to like soften up the hair. It's gonna help nourish your hair. I love hot oil treatments. People have asked me, why do I rinse this out? That's how I've always done hot oil treatments. So if you've done it another way, by all means feel free, but I want to get the oil off of my hair. That's just me personally. Now you guys can't really see that well here. I might pop in a little shot or something, but I have like a gray cast around my hairline, and that's just buildup and product that needed to go. So I went in with the clarifying shampoo and scalp scrub before I actually like shampooed my hair. So I rinsed out the oil treatment and then I put this on my scalp and just massaged it in as like a pre-poo treatment. This is going to physically exfoliate your scalp. The detox shampoo is going to detox and clean your hair and break down product that is on your hair. So that's the difference. If you're curious, like these two are like the same thing, they're not. This is a physical exfoliation. It's gonna like really scrub and get all of like the gunk off of your scalp. The detox is meant to like clean and break down product on your hair and on your scalp as well, but I feel like mostly on your hair. So that's the difference from me talking to the team. I don't know what happened to my footage of me conditioning my hair, but I used the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. I left it on for about like 5-10 minutes or so. And then it's time to detangle, which was hard work as a natural, especially like having like that little bit of relaxed end. Like, it was just really a nightmare, and I get why people big chop. I'm using the Pantene Pro Vitamin Essence as my leave-in because it's a strengthening treatment that will help strengthen your hair over time, but it's also water-based and very lightweight. So if you find that you have issues with like overusing product, it's kind of hard to overuse like a product that's that light. So I would give something like that a try. If not this, it's really good. I get mine on Amazon. It's like $30 or so. And then when I blow dried my hair, I did use my comb attachment on my blow dryer, which is one thing I mentioned to you guys that I was going to start doing more of this silk press season. So I did do that. I feel like it's going to be necessary anytime I blow dry my hair. If I'm not using a comb attachment, it's going to be a concentrator, but something to help smooth that hair out. I'm gonna tell you right now, I wasn't really feeling the comb attachment as much. It was bringing back trauma from my younger days when my mom would do my hair. So I think next time I am gonna try a concentrator to see like which one I like better, because this was not the vibe. I am already tender-headed as is. And at this point, I was getting so tired. I was like, let me go get my dinner and let's get our hair straightened, but not silk pressed. This is why it took 2 days, because at this point it's like 10, almost 11 o'clock at night. I was like, there's no way you're gonna get your hair styled and done how you want it to. Especially with me learning to do this on my natural hair. I need some more time. So I was like, you know what? We're going to put a pin in this. We're gonna straighten it and we're gonna cut it, and then we're gonna go to bed. So that's what I ended up doing, because I think one thing I mentioned in a previous video is that in order for me to like really silk press my hair out, I'm gonna need to use smaller sections so that I can get everything straight. And I was moving a lot faster than I should have been too, because with relaxed hair, you can just do that. Like you can move super fast. And I find with like the all natural hair, you really do need more time and patience to make sure you're getting every single strand of hair straight. And I know somebody's already gonna ask me about like me cutting my hair. Why, if I say I want to grow it out, why doesn't my hair grow? Listen, the relaxed ends are damaged, and I don't care what anybody says, relaxed hair is damaged hair. So if I'm trying to grow my hair out, I can't have full, thick, healthy hair and then damaged hair on the ends, because all that's gonna do is like my ends are gonna be scraggly, dry, rough looking. How I'm be on here looking, and I'm trying to tell y'all something, that my ends looking scraggly like that. Why was y'all telling me to keep them ends? No, look at this. Look at these ends. You think I should keep that? You can barely see it. No, it had to go. I'll have a whole nother video where I show you the cut, because I did cut a decent amount off. But with length retention, you gotta let go before you see it get better, which I'm always down to do. I'm fine with letting go of hair. I haven't really been tied to length, so letting this go didn't bother me at all. I'm sorry if it bothered you. Hey y'all, so we're back. Day 2. It's never taken me 2 days to do my hair unless I was doing braids, but you know, whatever. I went out this morning. It was actually like nice, like fall weather. It was like 60 something degrees. It was a chill in the air. It was nice. This is what my hair is looking like, and exactly what I knew. Like I didn't really like, 1, straighten my hair all the way, and 2, let it fully dry. So if you are trying to do a silk press and your hair ends up looking like this like all the time, like right after you've done it, like edges are poofed, hair is poofed, like everything's just big, It might be that your hair is not fully dry. I cannot deal with this dry lip situation. But what I was saying, you might not have been letting your hair get fully dry, and if you straighten hair that is like slightly damp, it's gonna like appear to be straight for the moment, but it's not really gonna be straight for real. Also, if you like find that as soon as you step outside your hair like poofs up, you might not have enough hydration. And I got a lot of questions when I was on live last night about like, how do you keep your hair hydrated, blah, blah, blah. It starts with your wash day routine. So you need to make sure your shampoo is moisturizing, your conditioner is moisturizing, you're doing treatments. One of the easiest ways to like infuse extra moisture and like care and all that stuff into your hair. My nails are just breaking so much lately, and it's so easiest way to infuse like additional moisture into your hair and whatnot is to apply heat when you are doing like a deep conditioning treatment. Sit under a dryer, a hooded dryer, which I think I'm gonna invest in one this year, like a standing hooded dryer. Or you can get one of those little blow dryer caps that I use a lot, that I use this wash day. It's the same thing. It's just infusing the moisture into your hair. And I always get asked, what is my favorite deep conditioner or like moisturizing shampoo and all that type of stuff. The Mizani Moisture Fusion, that is my go-to right now. Didn't use it this wash day, but that's one of my faves, just FYI. I'm gonna get on live again because I promised you guys I would get back on live tomorrow or today when I come back to like finish my hair. So you guys will be on live with me. Probably do like half of my head with you guys and then I'll get off of here. I know I'm gonna have to say this a couple times in here, but I'm using the GHD Chronos flat iron. So any of you out there, if you see that question pop up, you can go ahead and answer it for me in case I miss it or something. It doesn't have a heat setting. Well, it does have a heat setting, but I can't control it. There's only one button here. It heats up to 365 degrees. That is it. Which for me works pretty well. Let's see. So if you see anybody ask that question, y'all feel free. That's how a lot of times I find different moderators too. When I see y'all just, oh my Lord, in the comments taking charge. Oh, hi. I just, you know, I'd be like, there should be a moderator. So I'm trying a new heat protectant today. I've never tried this, but I have seen it so many times. My heat protectant before I flat iron like my hair, I just like got it straight enough so that I could like cut all the dead stuff off of it, which is why it looks so crisp. I use the OG Silk Chi Infusion. So we have a full breakdown of how we got to this point. So like when I say like fake flat iron, like I didn't really like straighten it like with the intention to style it last night. I just knew I was too tired. I just straightened it enough so I could trim it. How often do you put heat on your hair weekly? Previously, I used to do it every week. I think because, so the reason why I like cut my hair, there's a lot of jibber jabber before I even get to doing the hair. The reason why I cut my hair is because I feel like I'm wanting to go on like a length journey. If you followed my content before, you know I've never been about that. I never cared how long my hair was. I actually love my hair like a little bob. I feel like it's just so sophisticated and whatnot, but I do like looking back on when my hair was longer, I did like really like the look and feel of it. So I feel like I'm going to be going on like a length journey, and I was like, if I do go into the length journey, I think that there are a couple things I'm gonna have to change, which is how often I put heat on my hair. When I didn't care how long my hair was, I don't think it really mattered. This is the Paul Mitchell Flexible Style Hot Off the Press Thermal Protection. I've always seen this because this is the hair spray that I use. It's from the same line. It's the Flexible Style Super Clean Hairspray. I always see this when I go to search this to like give you guys a link for it. Now, I do just want to preface this by saying this will not be an every time thing. I know somebody is already getting those Twitter fingers ready, baby, typing in those comments. How are you going to do your hair twice in 2 days and it's too much heat? But I know. But I also know that my hair was not up to my standards, and this is not going to be an every time situation. I'm not going to be flat ironing my hair 3-4 times every time I wash it. This is a learning curve. This is what a learning curve looks like. Trial and error. I am learning to do my natural hair for the time being. Before anyone asks, I have not decided on whether I'm going to be natural or if I'm going to go back to relax or textile my hair just yet. So until I do decide, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wear it natural, which gives me the opportunity to learn how to do this, which in my opinion, makes me better at what I'm supposed to be doing, because I can give you my perspective as a relaxed person and my perspective as a natural girly, depending on how long I stay natural. So don't get too up in a tizzy, and don't be so concerned about like how often I'm doing this. I'm not going to be doing this every time, but like I said, everything sort of comes with a learning curve, and that hair was just not going to fly. Y'all think I was about to be out here walking around with my hair looking like that? You got another thing coming, because I was not. I have a job I gotta go to. We have expectations to uphold. I'm not going around with my hair like that. Not even for anyone else, for myself. I would not feel comfortable. So yes, I did flat iron my hair again. I just went through with much thinner, smaller sections. I did apply heat protectant again. I do want to mention the first time that I flat ironed my hair, I forgot to show you guys, but I used the Cheese Silk Infusion. I'll have it linked down below. It's an OG product. I hadn't used it in like almost a decade probably. And this time I used the Paul Mitchell spray, but I am going back in to flat iron it, and you'll be happy to know I have washed my hair again since this time, and I feel like I have the technique down so that my blow dry is straighter, my press is straighter, like everything is straighter. It's obviously fuller and thicker than like when my hair is relaxed, but it is giving much more of a silk press vibe than that first thing we did, because the first one, I don't know what that even was. That wasn't a silk press, it was just a flat iron. As promised, I'm gonna start sharing my makeup with you guys at the end of these if I do end up doing makeup. I didn't get to show you guys like my full base routine and everything, like my foundation and concealer, so don't ask me which one I use because I have no idea. I have too many to try to figure out which one I was using. This is the Tom Ford contour palette though. It's really, really nice. It's pricey, but it's nice. I've had it for a little over a year, and it's like my favorite like sort of contour bronzer product. And then this blush is from Patrick Ta. I'll have the name down below in the description, but it's a cream and powder blush compact, so I always put the cream down first. It's a very nice like berry color. You don't need a lot. I'm very light-handed with the blush if you can't tell, and then like once I'm like done with my makeup, I'll go back with the powder and like add and layer on top. You always always want to layer your creams and creams together, and then after you put setting powder on, then you can go in with all your powder products. And one of my little tips for making sure like you're not creasing too bad under your eyes, because I feel like you're gonna crease regardless if you have creases under your eyes, but if you want to minimize it, just take whatever brush you use to blend out your concealer, look straight up and pat out your under eye concealer before you apply any powder. You can use a puff, you can use a brush, you can use a sponge, whatever you want. I'm using a puff today, and the setting powder that I'm using is the Huda Ube birthday cake powder, which I'm really surprised that I like, but it's actually not that surprising because I really love like the pink setting powder from Patrick Star, who is it? One Size, the One Size pink powder. I really like that one, so it's not surprising that I like this purple one. I think it looks really good. And then for my bronzer, powder bronzer, so now that I've done all of my like cream stuff, I set it with my setting powder. Now I can go in with my powder, so I'm using this NARS Laguna bronzer, and I think it's in shade number 8. It'll be down below. And then I'm gonna go in with the powder blush. It's not from the Patrick Ta palette. This is the Tony Bravo collab with Tower 28. It's such a nice blush. It's just so bright and poppy, and I feel like it works so good for so many different skin tones because she's fairly like deep skin. Like her skin is very rich and deep, and it looks beautiful on her. So if you have a darker skin tone, like it's gonna pop regardless. And then I'm not really a big eyeshadow girl, but I'm using this eyeshadow stick from Urban Decay. It's just like a neutral brown. My lids are already darker, so I always either add a bronzer or this stick in my crease to make it look like an intentional eye look when I'm really just enhancing what's already there. Sometimes I just go with nothing. It's not necessary, but you know, for y'all, I was just showing you all the little things in my makeup bag. Okay, y'all, so hair, makeup is done. I had to be quick because I didn't even get to show you guys like all of my makeup, like my base and everything, because I only have like a few minutes left on this SD card. So that's the end of surprise. So this is our first surprise of the season, and we are 100% natural. We use a lot of the Sacred Protection collection, which if I didn't say in this video already, it is not just for protective styles. Like the oil ritual, the scalp refresher spray, like tons of, I see a lot of people online saying like, oh, I have buildup on my hair. Use that scalp refresher spray before you wash your hair. It's gonna be great for it. I like it. I think you guys saw like go in and cut it a little bit. And I think because of how I curled it on this side, it looks a little bit longer over here than it does over here, but it's not actually. Like I've been pulling them down and like looking at, oh, actually, is it? No, like they're they're the same length. It's just like how this is like flipped outward like that. And I know someone's gonna ask like, why isn't your hair growing longer? Aren't you annoyed that your hair isn't growing longer? I thought you said you were gonna let your hair get longer. You have to get rid of what's dead before you can like really start the length journey to retain the length, okay? So it's not that I changed my mind, it's just that I'm trying to do this the right way, okay? That is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will have all the products linked down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.